Another day, another victim of the horny demon. This time, it's an NFL player by the name of Byron Murphy. You know, for the past 2 days, I've been talking about the dangers of the horny demon and its victims. For example, Chris Tyson. Much like Byron Murphy, Chris Tyson had it all. He had the greatest job on the planet. He worked for Mr. Beast. Millions of dollars coming in per year. But he threw it all away because he's just way too horny. And this is what happens when you let the horniness levels just go out of control. You start doing crazy, heinous things. For example, Chris Tyson, all of a sudden a year ago, he said, I'm a woman now. I'm a woman now, abandoned his family. All of a sudden, everybody had to accept the fact that he's a woman. Then it was exposed that he was talking to minors. So this is just a disaster. And like I always say, I'm an advocate for the horny guys, because I'm no better. Would you believe me if I told you that I once stole a pair of panties that was just freshly used? I took it from the hamper, and there was a fresh wet spot on it, and I sniffed it. It smelled like vinegar, and I enjoyed it. So, you know, these are things that people can't explain. How do we get here? How do we become so horny as men? It's something it's almost like a phenomenon. So, you know, I'm going to make this video about Byron Murphy II. And, you know, no judgment from my behalf, because he's one of us. Byron Murphy is just another victim of the horny demon. The guy's just way too horny and ruined his life. So, just some background on Byron Murphy II. Byron Murphy was a superstar college football player. And all the scouts were saying this was the best defensive player in the entire NFL draft. And so he was picked in the first round. He was the 16th overall pick in the entire NFL draft. And he was chosen by the Seattle Seahawks. Now remember, I made a video about Seattle the other day. Seattle is famous for the Blay. If you're horny, you go to Seattle and you go to the Blay. And there's all sorts of women. You have Pogs, you have BBWs, you have regular snow bunnies, you have the blacks. So, you know, every flavor imaginable is at the Blay. But that wasn't enough for Byron Murphy. Remember, when the horny demons get a hold of you, you start doing things that are irrational. A regular horny guy like me, you could catch me at the Blade sniffing white girl feet. A guy who's been possessed by the horny demon, like Byron Murphy, goes to Instagram and starts talking to Trans Ams. And let me just put that into perspective for you. We're talking about Byron Murphy II, the guy who's been critically acclaimed for his football skills. First overall pick. You know, you have women all across the country paying close attention to these new draft picks. You better believe all the hoes know who Byron Murphy is. The hoes that are trying to get a payday, they all know who Byron Murphy is. Byron Murphy could have been settled down with a white woman. Byron Murphy could have had the pick of the litter. But instead, Byron Murphy has to wake up with the news that he's been exposed. A man has come out. A man who, by the way, identifies as a woman. And he goes by Miss Mariah Monet, also known as Head Honcho. Released a tweet today saying, Byron Murphy, period. Blocked me off his fiance's page because he owed me $15,000. Maybe this will get his attention. He plays games and played with the wrong one. Seattle Seahawks. He likes trans. Instead of paying, he want to go viral. Tag him, his fiance, team, etc. Now, she also released the DMs, and the DMs were very graphic. Again, excessively horny DMs by Byron Murphy II. I mean, just listen to this. He told her, I'ma need you to eat this dick from the 20th to the 22nd for 2 whole days. And then he ended up by saying, balls too. So, you want to get slurped up by a man, which, by the way, you're paying for. Sir, you're Byron Murphy's first-round draft pick. You could get this for free. Again, it's the horny demons. Again, Byron Murphy probably gooned for way too hard and way too long, fried his brain just like Chris from Mr. Beast, and these are the results. The guy turned into a freaky-ass nigga. And then you start rationalizing your freaky behavior by doing things like, oh, I don't know, DMing a transsexual hooker from your official Instagram account. And by the way, I looked up this woman, or this man woman, and it just goes to show. You know, guys like Byron Murphy and people like me, you know, we need help. Instead of judging guys like us, guys that are excessively horny, how about you talk to us and tell us, hey, how you feeling today? Because you people don't know what it is to be like us. We're not normal. You know, when I saw my 16th pair of panty, And by the way, after sealing every single pair, I live with regret. I go to sleep every night thinking about the things that I did. I've done heinous things. Do you know what it is to smell discharge on a panty and it smells like vinegar, like salt and vinegar chips? No, you don't. You don't understand what people like us feel like. You think Byron Murphy doesn't regret getting with this person? Look at this person. Remember, Byron Murphy can get any woman on the planet. And he's paying $15,000 to get this woman to slurp him up. I mean, I'm a horny guy. But I wouldn't let this person slurp me up. I mean, look at the jawline. I mean, we're talking about a pit bull lockjaw. And by the way, when will guys learn? Stay away from the Trans Ams. You know, these Trans Am man-woman people, they're completely deranged lunatics. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if it's not politically correct. I don't care what these people are lunatics. How many times have these people exposed random guys that are married? You give these people the benefit of the doubt. You know what? Let's be inclusive. I mean, sure, she's a man. Sure, she's got a longer pole than mine. And then the horny demons, remember, the horny demons have complete control of you and they start telling you things like, yeah, but look at the ass. I mean, look. Normal person says, no, that's a man, bro. Horny demon infested guy? Yeah, but the ass. I mean, she kind of thick. I ain't even gonna lie. This is what Byron Murphy was saying to himself. The horny demons took control of this man and convinced him, Byron, forget about all the women that are after you. Take $15,000 you got from your signing bonus, take it out of your bank account, and pay this man who's carrying around a pit bull lockjaw to slurp you up. And not only just that, DM her or him from your official Instagram account. That way, when it's time to expose you, it's very easy and there's no way around it. You can't deny it. And Byron Murphy said, shit, as long as she gonna slurp these balls. I mean, this man's life is over. He just won the lottery 2 months ago when he got drafted in the first round. Made millions of dollars. I mean, this is like 0.0001% of the population. It can only achieve what this man has achieved. He just won the lottery. And he's already ruined his life 2 months later. I mean, Byron, you gotta retire. You can't go back in that locker room ever again. I mean, what are the guys gonna say? Hey, Byron, really? You get paid $15,000 for that lockjaw? I mean, if you're that horny, buy yourself a pit bull terrier. All you need is a pit bull and a jar of peanut butter. And wrap your beef with peanut butter and just lay it there on the couch and let the dog go to town on your beef. I mean, you want to get freaky? That's as freaky as it could possibly get. And you would have saved yourself the embarrassment. You know, guys, look. No matter how thick these Trans Ams are, it's never going to be worth it. Remember, these people are lunatics. They're men with a big old set of nuts, and they get you with the fat ass. I know their tricks. They get you with the ass. And, you know, you start rationalizing, well, I mean, look, the ass, it looks like a woman ass. Hey, man, it's a man ass, okay? Snap out of it. But not only just that, they pump themselves full of woman hormones. So you're getting the decision-making of a woman mixed in with the testosterone of a man that makes him aggressive. You know, it's just a ticking time bomb. These people confuse you with their woman ass, but the fact of the matter is they're nothing more than excessively horny guys. And the first chance they get, they're going to expose you. You know, Byron made it to the promised land. He bought his girl, his fiance, an iced out Rollie. He bought the Bentley truck. He got himself an iced out Cartier Santos. He's got the iced out chain. He's a black guy. He's a black guy with money. He made it to the top. And the horny demons convinced him to throw it all away just so a man with a pit bull jaw can lick your nutsack. Now you tell me, is that rational? Is that normal? You know, prayers up for this guy, Byron Murphy. I'm going to be praying for this kid. I hope he recovers. I hope his family, his mom, look at his mom. His mom knows, by the way, his mom knows about this already. The entire town, everybody that was rooting for Byron, they all know about it. Oh, we woke up this morning, Byron was getting jaw from a guy with a pit bull head. Imagine all the black people back at home that are rooting for Byron. Oh, come on, Byron. And the haters are going to come out. See, I knew that nigga was nasty. I knew that nigga Byron was nasty all along. He a nasty, freaky nigga. This is what happens. Your mom has to deal with the consequences of your horny actions now. Your mom. Look, no judgment from me towards Byron. Byron, I get it. These guys nowadays are walking around with woman asses, and it's way too hard for people like us just to turn down. I get it. If you need help, if you need somebody to talk to, Byron, just contact me. I'm here. I'm available. Listen, we're the same type of people. We're both horny guys that make horrible, horny decisions. So while everybody turns on you, I'll be here for you, Byron. How's that sound?